Welcome to a new edition of Sun City News. I'm your host, Norma Taylor, and here are some of the news stories we're covering for you this week. We update you on important community association news. Sun City's new Senior Director of Operations, Gio Villejas, visits our studio. We learn more about the upcoming volunteer fair. Those stories and more are coming up. Sun City News starts now.
This is Sun City News with Norma Taylor and the Sun City News team, covering our community and the Lowcountry.
All Sun City residents are invited to attend the next Board of Directors quarterly meeting at 2 p.m. on Wednesday, March 27th at Pickney Hall. The Leadership Development Committee will host a volunteer fair from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday, March 23rd at Pickney Hall. Residents can learn more about volunteer opportunities inside and outside Sun City and meet representatives from several volunteer organizations. Delivery of the 2019-2020 Resident Directory is underway to all occupied homes. Delivery will take 4 to 5 weeks, weather permitting. The Argent Lakes Cafe has debuted new hours. You can now enjoy the on-site cafe from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m., Wednesdays through Sundays. Weekly tech help sessions will continue throughout March. Sessions will be available in the mornings only from 9 to 11 a.m. on Fridays, March 15th, 22nd, and 29th in Pickney Hall. Appointments are required. Sign up in the seminar binder at Lifestyle Services. Walk-in appointments are not available. For more information about these events and other community activities, check your email inbox for eNews Weekly or log on to suncityhiltonhead.org. Sun City Hilton Head Community Association recently welcomed Gio Villejas as its new Senior Director of Operations. Gio is a well-rounded professional who will be responsible for the oversight and safe operation of the facilities and common area maintenance departments and staff. He's in our studio today to talk about his new role. Well, welcome, Gio, to Sun City Television.
Why, thank you, Norma. Thank you for inviting me.
Now, with so many Sun City operations, give us a little bit of background as it relates to Sun City Hilton Head.
Sure. Well, my background is pretty much well-rounded. My biggest role model in my life is my father. So actually 30 years ago when I started this trade, he made sure that I was well-rounded in not only facilities management, but property management and construction as well. So my background is not just in one type of management. I've actually worked in several parts of facilities and construction.
Okay. Well, aside from the weather, why was this job opportunity appealing to you?
Actually, this job is a dream come true for someone like me. If you work in facilities, to work in a large community, a large complex where you can, I'm a city person. I've worked in DC for 21 years. I also worked in the Boston area in New England. But to work in a community where your day is different every day, you're not only just in one office building or one site. Here you can be, working on common area maintenance. You can be doing painting, working on the pools. Just the variety of the job here is basically, for someone in my position in facilities, is truly a dream come true because just the size of this place and the job that's needed to run the operations is really exciting.
What's your plan for getting up to speed here? I know there's a lot to do.
There's a lot to do, but I think my background, I'm so glad that Sun City chose me to come here and work because my background, along with my boss, he's a construction guy, and I've been in facilities 30 years, so I think it's great to partner the two together because you're looking at a person that's building a place, and then you're looking at the person that maintains it afterwards. And my specialty is truly, once the buildings are built, now how do we maintain them? How do we perform the preventive maintenance?
Now, do you already have a list of operational needs for 2019? And if you can you tell us what's at the top of that list?
Well, for 2019, I really wasn't involved because that has to be created the year before. So really my involvement will more be for 2020. So all I'm doing right now is taking the recommendations that my boss made and the past person in my position and I'll make sure that those jobs get completed. But as always, we're always looking into the maintenance of the community, jobs, renovations, and all of that is wrapped in. But like I said, under operations, it's really everything from not only renovating the buildings, painting, taking care of pools, roadways. So it's really a big job, but my job is to kind of complete everything that they had asked for in 2018.
We look forward to seeing you back here. Thank you so much for your time.
Yes,
I know
ma'am.
you are extremely busy, so
Yes.
I'll let you get back to work.
Okay.
The Leadership Development Committee hosts the 2019 Volunteer Fair on March 23rd, where you can come learn about volunteer opportunities inside and outside Sun City's gates. Here to tell us more about this event is Elisa Passamont, Chair of the Leadership Development Board Appointed Committee, and Ron Gray, who serves on the Leadership Development Committee and also serves on the Board of Directors of the Greater Bluffton Chamber of Commerce, which is arranging for area nonprofit organizations to participate in the fair. Well, welcome Elisa and Ron to Sun City TV.
Oh, thanks. Thank you
you
so much for having us.
Well, Elisa, what is the role of the Leadership Development Committee, and how does a volunteer fair fit that role?
The Leadership Development Committee is responsible for helping our members, our residents, serve the community by volunteering across the community, both inside and outside the gates. And the volunteer fair will be an opportunity for all the residents to learn about the opportunities that are available inside and outside the gates.
So what are the potential volunteer opportunities within Sun City?
Well, the one that obviously comes to mind for everybody is volunteering to run for the board of directors. But that's a very small opportunity. So there are a number of other ways that we can help our community. The board appointed committees, of which there are 9, each of which have 7 members and 2 alternates, are an opportunity that is ongoing because there are so many different things that the board appointed committees are asked to do that frankly many times there are just not enough hours in the day, and if we had more people we could get more things done. In addition, we have some wonderful service organizations here, one of which is Sun City TV and the other is Safety and Service. Each of those needs volunteers. Safety and Services could really, if they were optimally staffed, use about 200 and some odd folks.
So Ron, what role is the Bluffton Chamber of Commerce playing related to the volunteer fair?
Well, the Bluffton Chamber sent out an email blast to its database of nonprofits, and subsequently the Community Foundation of Low Country did the same. So to date we have 26 nonprofits who have signed up for the fair, and there are a few more in the pipeline. So there will be ample opportunities to learn more about volunteerism inside and outside of the gates.
Oh, that's amazing. And Ron, which nonprofit organizations are going to be participating in the volunteer fair, and what kind of volunteer opportunities might they offer for our Sun City residents?
Well, we have, as I say, 26 have volunteered so far and more in the pipeline, and they're very diverse in the kind of skills that they need and the kind of things they do in the community, as are the skills of people who reside here in our great community. A few of the nonprofits are looking for someone to join the board of directors. Several, including the chamber, can use assistance administratively in the office, and there are opportunities to assist with rescue animals, hospice care, health care, getting food to the needy, working in thrift shops, and many others. So hopefully there's a good fit for everybody.
Okay. Now the fair, hosted by the Leadership Development Committee, will be at Pinckney Hall on Saturday, March 23rd from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. When we return, our wine whisperer Tina Thompson is here with surprising vacation information. Chris Chase checks in with Brian Cudahy, musical director of the Rapparees. Reporter Doug Wright gives the play-by-play on this month's Snapshots. We'll be right back after these important messages. Well, our wine whisperer is here. Well, I read your report, Tina. Where do you find this stuff? Those are some barrels.
I tell you, it takes glamping to another level. Wine touring lately? Find that great wine to tout? The outstanding vineyard with the fantastic views. Add this to your bucket list. Spend the night in a wine barrel hotel. Wine Spectator and News and Features highlighted this option. Now, I think of Lucy stomping grapes, but never sleeping in a barrel. This travel trend has been popping up around the world. In 2017, Portugal's Douro Valley Quinta da Pacheca winery added 10 giant wine barrels to its lodging. Each barrel is outfitted with a double bed, a full bathroom, and a private terrace. A real success story with bookings now in 2020. In Germany, visitors to the Aldegot winery can experience Schlafen im Weinfass. That's German for sleeping in wine barrel. They're featuring 8 2,100-gallon barrels. A night for two includes 2 bottles of wine, breakfast, plus views overlooking the Rhine Valley. Now, I'll drink to that. Not just Eurocentric, Chile is in the game too. Chile's Cava Colchagua is an all-wine barrel hotel. It includes 8 two-story barrels, a spa, a pool, and a lagoon. The human cooperages start at $200. Now at Cass Vineyard and Winery, Paso Robles, California, coming soon is the Genesco Inn. It will feature rooms constructed of recycled steel shipping containers. They'll include ultra-modern amenities and appliances with elevated vineyard views from private decks. They're serving a daily gourmet breakfast with artisan pastries. Now for cruisers, MSC Aria Spa Cruise and Bocelli Wines launched a signature collection of spa treatments on MSC Seaside. Now this feature includes luxurious facial and body treatments using Lahatka Vinotherapy products from Bocelli Wines. Guests will benefit from boosted circulation, reduced signs of aging, and brightened skin tones. The treatments capitalize on properties found in grapes with natural extracts from the family vineyards, and it's blended with Tuscan plants and essential oils. So cruise wrapped in grapes, stay in a wine barrel, and sip till you're euphoric. Thanks for watching. I'm Tina Thompson.
Spring is in the air, and reporter Chris Chase found the lilt of Irish laughter with Brian Cudahy and the Rapparees.
Now, Brian, how long has this group been together?
Oh, I'm tempted to say 150 years, but it's actually only 12.
Well, it's wonderful. Now, do you go around to many places, do your gigs?
We do. We try to meet once a week, and about half of that is practice, and the other half are going to gigs at nursing homes. We particularly like to go to memory units, because what we find there is some of these people who really are not communicative at all, when we start singing songs, they know all of a sudden you see their lips moving, and they're mouthing the song. And that's a very nice thing to see.
I saw a lot of that with toe tap in here.
Okay. But it's even more so when you see at the memory unit, people who are almost non-communicative are able to start mouthing the words to our songs.
Well, you did a beautiful job. Thank you, Brian.
Well, thank you very much. It's been our pleasure.
Now, let's go see some of the singers. Well, you guys are doing a great job. Are you enjoying it?
Oh, love it.
Love it.
I love it too, and you've already asked me, so.
But you look like you needed one more question.
Oh, okay. You have another question?
Do you enjoy this?
I do. I love it, and I love everything we do. I love the fact that we go to the nursing homes, and people are so appreciative, and their heads pop up even when they're sleeping, so I think we're doing a good job.
2, 3. If you're Irish, come into the parlor. There's a welcome there for you. And if your name is Timothy or Pat, as long as you come from Ireland, there's a welcome on the map. If you come from the mountains of Mourne or Killarney's lake so blue, we'll sing you a song, we'll make a fuss. Whoever you are, you're one of us. If you're Irish, this is the place for you.
Doug Wright had the opportunity to sub for regular host Judy Lampe for the latest edition of Low Country Snapshots. He sat with longtime resident Len Mowens and his daughter Beth, who's a veteran TV sports journalist and play-by-play announcer for both ESPN and CBS. Let's take a look.
I think you change minds a little bit at a time. I think you do it from within the industry, and you concentrate on doing a good job to prove to people that you know, you can do it and maybe other women can do it as well.
So you see yourself as kind of a role model or mentor?
I do more now that I've heard from other women and that you see research really that shows we like to see people that look and sound like us doing the things that we want to do. And you know, the NFL, for example, estimates about 45% of its audience now is female. So they like seeing one of them, if you will, in that position, and I think that's pretty cool.
There is still much more to come on Sun City News. Randy Selman is here with an entertainment report. Ray Tapio checks out what's happening in sports. And program director Kathy Kramer tells us about Special Olympics and how we can volunteer. We'll return after some messages from our sponsors. So Randy, I have a question for you. How can the drowsy chaperone get any rest while the music is in full swing and the actors are so raucous and zany?
I was thinking the same thing, Norma. So Eileen Waite, the director of Drowsy Chaperone, is going to give me the scoop of everything that is going on when the Drowsy Chaperone opens next week.
Well, the Drowsy Chaperone actually started as a skit that was written for the wedding of Robert Martin and Janet Van de Graaff. And it was so well received in Canada that they asked the writers to bring it down to New York. And that's how it got its start. For me, my vision of the play is it's a play with wacky characters, witty dialogue, great physical comedy, but also it's a story of someone very special, and it has an emotional impact as well. Man in Chair is a fascinating character. He brings a very special view of 20th century theater to this 1928 imaginary musical that he perceives in his head. We see the warmth and the sensitivity of a man who lives alone in an isolated apartment and finds joy in old musicals. Ed Phelps, wonderful actor with a lot of radio experience, has brought a sensitivity and a humor to the role when he interacts with the audience that I think they're going to find especially endearing.
The Drowsy Chaperone will be performed Fridays and Saturdays, March 22nd, 23rd, 29th, and 30th at 7 p.m. and at 2:30 p.m. on Sunday, March 31st. Ticket sales continue this week at the Magnolia Hall box office, open Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. And get your boots and denim shined up for the Sun City's first country music night, March 21st. Headlining the event is an all-female powerhouse group, Farewell Angelina, named Rolling Stone's New Artists You Need to Know. The $20 tickets to the Pavilion show includes a barbecue dinner and one drink ticket, available online or at Lifestyles. I'm Randy Selman, and that's your entertainment report. Remember, life is entertaining, so don't miss the show.
Kathy Kramer, program director of SOAR, is in our studio today to talk about their organization that enhances the lives of individuals with disabilities. Well, welcome, Kathy, to Sun City TV.
Thank you so much.
Well, you're here to discuss the Special Olympics. So now, what is SOAR and what its role with the Special Olympics?
Absolutely. So SOAR, Special Recreation, is does Special Olympics, and it does recreational opportunities for special needs people all over Beaufort and Jasper County.
Now, how can our Sun City residents get involved? This is such a worthy cause.
Absolutely. There's so many ways to get involved. You could help with a sport. You could help with fundraising. There's tons of different things to do.
Now, tell us about what's the pinnacle Special Olympics event? Is it track and field? Is it bocce?
There's so many sports that we have, but April 5th at May River High School, right here in Bluffton, is having the big track and field event, and we'll have over 400 athletes there. We need volunteers. We usually have about 250 volunteers for the day of the event. If you'd like to get involved with Special Olympics, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you my phone number so you can call or you can text.
Okay, and what is your phone number and email?
843-422-5747.
And your email?
Email is kramer704@hotmail.com. But there's so many jobs. Serving food, being at the finish line, hugging the athletes, just many, many jobs that can be done that day. And you do have a lot of people from your community that are already helping, but we can sure use more.
Okay, well, with 400 athletes working, you do need a lot, and I know Sun City residents are so good at volunteering.
Absolutely.
Well, Kathy, thank you so much for coming on and telling us about this such a worthy thing you're doing. Well, it's time for sports. So, Ray, pickleball is having its day, right?
Norma, 3 days of pickleball action. This is one exciting tournament you won't want to miss. Our pickleball club is having their 6th annual Low Country Invitational Pickleball Tournament. Players from all over the United States come to Sun City for this one. The course will be buzzing with solid players of all ages. This action runs from March 29th at 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and continues on through March 31st. The pickleball tournament raises money for numerous charities. Last year, the donations came to $12,300. $3,300 for Jasper County for the aging, $3,000 for Family Promises of Beaufort County, $3,000 for Bluffton Self-Help, and $3,000 for Sun City's own Staying Connected. Sun City should surely be proud of these donations and the many other donations that we make to local charities. Hey, how about some fun with your significant other? Take your wife or girlfriend over to the billiard room on Sunday evening for couples 8-ball play. Even if she never picked up a cue stick, she can enjoy this. Or if your wife or significant other wants to practice billiards, she can go to the billiard hall on Monday to join in with the fairer sex. And remember, when out there playing, if you see someone without a smile, give them one of yours. Ray Tapio, Sun City Sports.
That's our show for this week. Thanks for watching. We invite you to check out Sun City TV's weekly program schedule in Sensations magazine. And now check highlights and alerts on Twitter at SunCityTVHHI. Also, email us at suncitytvhh@gmail.com. And make sure you tune in next week to find out all the news that's happening in your community. In the meantime, I hope your week is full of only good news. For Sun City News, I'm Norma Taylor, and I'll see you next week.